Ready?
Bam, bam, bam. We are back, brother.
In person.
Finally, Fumblebrewski returns in person. I'm here with
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, bro.
Cheers to anybody watching. We're having a good time. Back in person, limited time edition.
Ooh.
Special episode, but we'll be back again soon.
Dude, hope New York's treating you well, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming to Miami, man.
Yeah, always. And it's actually pretty good to come down here. The green, it's sunny. It's getting a little gross in New York.
I can only imagine, man.
The week of fall is starting to disappear. But it's okay. We're getting ready. We had a good football Sunday. A lot to talk about. That's a
very spicy, bro.
Yeah, pretty great Sunday. Dolphins got a big win. We'll get into that a little bit. But all around the league, I think there's some really interesting things happened this past week.
Right? Interesting can't even understate it, bro. The trade deadline just happened, man.
Trade deadline.
So many movements around the league, and then it all came into fruition. I think every single person traded played. TJ Hawkins played for the Vikings.
That was surprising.
Claypool played for the Steelers.
Played full games.
Chubb and Jeff Wilson played for the Dolphins. And full games. Claypool got very involved with the Bears.
Claypool
right from
was
the
playing from the first quarter all the way through the game. Yes, very involved. He got a lot of targets.
It was very interesting.
On the Dolphins, Chubb and Wilson both got played as I
Wilson had a touchdown. He was getting passes. I mean, Wilson was the only one I thought was going to happen because he played in the Mike McDaniels playbook last year.
And he knows Mostert and everything.
Yeah, he knows Mostert. The concept should be the same.
He looked good. He looked fast.
And he looked phenomenal. Okay, He looked awesome for the Dolphins. Finally have a pass catching back. But Wilson, Chubb, Claypool,
I was hoping
Hawkinson, they all got involved. It was kind of wild to see.
Right?
Most of them had
That's usually weird though, right? Usually when you trade, it takes a week. I'd say a full week for them to be fully integrated at least, or you usually see when a guy gets traded.
Right,
he'll play a couple plays,
reduce snaps, very set things.
He'll do the basic parts of the playbook, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, and he'll play probably reduce snaps. But yeah, I think that was interesting, and that was a good thing. I enjoyed it seeing the actual faces actually play for these teams. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. We're gonna go. Who's balling? Who's falling? Okay.
Ooh, I'm just letting people know. How do we sound, by the way?
Yes. Hopefully we
let us know.
And if you have any questions, remember, just type in the chat. Yeah, comment any questions. We'll try to pop them up on the screen right there and maybe help you out.
Thank you for
some fantasy.
Thank you for the beer, by the way. We got 10,000 volts of flavor.
10,000
neon beer hog, baby. What? Spice me up.
I'm feeling it.
Let's go.
They're running through me all 10,000 volts.
All 10,000 volts, bro. So there's not nearly 10,000 players in the NFL. So who's balling and who's falling?
Exactly. And of all the 10,000 players in the NFL, I think we're going to start with the fallen.
Ooh.
We're going to start with the fallen. No, we're going to start with the ball.
We're going
to change it up. You're right. We got to start positive.
Volts
we're
feeling
the volts. You're right. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring down the volts. I'm too charged up. We're going to start with balling. You know who's balling? Geno Smith.
Wait, we're changing the Wi-Fi.
All right, we
we're
are
good.
back.
I took us off the Wi-Fi straight to only Ethernet, and it should be kicking back in a second. Sorry about this little minor glitch and hiccup. Spencer, I did not mean to cut you off on who's balling, who's falling.
Very rude of you.
Very rude of me.
I'm a little bit offended, and I might not even say it anymore.
It's okay.
Okay. Anyways, I decided to say it. But Geno Smith, I think he's balling.
The definition of balling.
The definition of balling in both performance on the field, career path. You know what I mean? I think this is and honestly, a big surprise for me. And I'm happy about it. Everybody wrote the Seahawks off, right? Russell Wilson's gone. They're kind of tanking. They didn't have a quarterback. Oh, Geno Smith. And he's don't doubt, why are y'all doubting me?
You're telling me, brother. I this is as a Russ hater.
Good for him. Yeah, you're right. As a Russ hater, that's your field day.
Geno's the man, bro. This is the time to be alive. Geno Smith, thank you for giving children like me hope that Russ was never really that good, and it was all Pete Carroll or maybe Geno. Either Russ either Pete Carroll made Russ that good, or the Jets are so bad that they derailed Geno Smith's career and he's actually a baller. Both scenarios I win as a Dolphins fan and as an anti-Russ guy. So, Geno Smith, Thank you for the early Christmas present, my friend. You are what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving season.
There we go. And I think Pete Carroll's pretty thankful for Geno.
He's
Smith
balling
right
too,
now.
bro.
I think he's pretty happy right
Like,
now.
he was talking about like Brian Dabble as coach of the year, obviously, like Robert Salah. They're talking like
Salah's got to be up there.
Like
Sirianni in Philadelphia
but
has to be up
Pete
there.
Carroll, bro, what he's doing, like
it's impressive.
When a Super Bowl champion quarterback says that this team sucks and I gotta bounce, most people say the coach is about to get fired. Okay, and he pulled off a masterclass trade, got all those draft picks.
He did,
and still is competing with this
and
team.
they're still winning.
Like what?
Okay, but what?
Kenneth Walker.
I know Kenneth Walker. He's balling. He's balling also. They are looking good. You're right. I like compared to where we thought they would be at the beginning of the season, trajectory-wise, as a team. It's got to be way elevated from where we started. I mean,
it's freaking ridiculous, bro.
If you're figuring out how to win now, you already know you hit on Kenneth Walker. You have a lot of draft picks.
I'm going to butcher his name. I think it's Woodland or Woolen. He's a cornerback. He's disgusting. He's as good as Sauce Gardner. Like,
Sauce is sick.
No, this guy's, I think at highest the second round, maybe a fifth rounder, bro. He's ridiculous.
We'll get to Sauce. Yeah. He's great. Okay, who's your first ball?
My first ballin', bro, I think it just goes joint. Like, there's a lot of talk right now that Rodgers and Brady are falling off, that the top quarterbacks are not in a good situation for the future.
Okay.
If you watch that Chicago Bears-Dolphins game, you know the NFL is Fields and Tua.
Okay, I don't know.
Like, Fields, if you look at just the stat sheet, I'll talk about Fields first, even though I'm a Dolphins fan. Like, Justin Fields had a baller game, man. Baller game. Miami Breaker, what is up, boss man? Let's go. We say 7-3, Tua with 4 touchdowns next week.
We're gonna get into the Dolphins in just a bit. I'm
gonna talk about them in a little bit right now.
Just a second. Like, I got good and
Fields
bad
and Tua, bro. Like, Tua had 3 touchdowns, bro. So Miami Breaker, thanks for tuning in, bro. If you think 4 TDs, I see that as well, man. Next week he's gonna keep building. It's the Browns, but like Fields also, like, if you look at the stat sheet, he had under 150 passing yards. It looks ugly.
3 touchdowns,
but. 3 touchdowns, exactly, efficiency. And then on the ground, 178 rushing yards, a feat that not even Michael Vick, no one has done. I think he had 11 first downs with his legs.
It was crazy.
Like, it's a little bit bad on the Dolphins defense, but it's also like, if you watch, Justin Fields was an absolute animal. Okay, like, on his legs, he's finally putting it together. Like, so many times we see like a coach try to be like, yo, I'm gonna make my system and the QB has to follow along. Finally, they just said, F it, we ride, bro. Justin Fields, do your thing, move around, wakata, and it works. And like, they have an elite rushing. It was I think like their 4th consecutive game with over 200 rushing yards as a team. Like, the Bears run, but Fields, like, do you want to say it looks like an old school team because of the run game? But then you have a new age QB like Fields, and it's disgusting, bro.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. I'm not sold on Fields yet. I think
I'm not either. I think
he had a baller game. Yeah, he did. He had a great game.
He just lifted his stock from the ashes, though.
Yes, he ran all over us, absolutely destroyed us. They had a good game last week, I believe, as well, against the Patriots, right? They played the Patriots last week, and they won.
Yeah, they played very nice. So, it was like a prime time game.
So a couple good weeks in a row. I still have not seen enough from him over his first 2 seasons to be ready to make any decisions on how good he is.
When you trade for Chase Claypool and that becomes your number 1 wide receiver room, you have a terrible wide receiver room. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I mean, yeah. And they have decent running backs and like probably a below average wide receiver room. Chase Claypool does help. And I think it'll be good for Claypool also. Mm-hmm. I think he needed a different situation
than what
he had in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So that'll be good. Maybe the Bears can start putting some pieces together, and Justin Fields, maybe he's building a little momentum. But I think if he has a strong maybe close to the season, his stock starts to rise. They'll really like buy in Chicago. Okay, we got a little lucky. I will say the last pass, that fourth
Fields
down,
is definitely the best running back in the league right now, bro.
Right now, I mean, as of last week,
off shot.
He is the best running back in the league. That's our expert analysis. Hey, that's from the comment section.
Flock always knows, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fantasy football champion right there, brother.
Okay, we're gonna stand the Dolphins. Defense. They were one of my fallens.
Are we talking Dolphins?
Dolphins defense.
Let me know if we're going full
We're
Dolphins.
gonna talk a little Dolphins. Now that we're into it already, we might as well talk a little bit of Dolphins.
Baby.
We're gonna start it. Okay, see, so one of my
That's
follows.
my dogs.
Oh yeah, look at this.
That's
We're
my
ready
dogs.
to go. We're ready to go. The defense, what happened? Why are they not playing well? Like they're not only not playing well, like pretty terribly.
Josh Boyer just did not adapt whatsoever, bro. The Miami Dolphins, we won, yes, 35-32. But unfortunately, it was our defense putting us in that situation where we had to keep catching up and had to keep catching up and had to say, look, offense, we need you to put up points. And, you know, I'll cut them some slack because ordinarily the defense has not been like that. And yes, we've lost Brandon Jones. Yes, we've lost Nick Needham. We still don't have Byron Jones back. Like the hits keep coming. But at some point, Josh Boyer has to adapt. He sees Justin Fields running over us. He has to. He can't just be like,
all game.
Nah, he's going to be tired, bro. He's not going to run anymore. Oh, dang it. He ran again. This time, he won't run. And then he runs again.
Exactly. Once he reaches 100 yards and a touchdown, then you put somebody on him.
At some point, it was either a handoff or a fake QB run. And it was like, just put someone to stop the run. They're not passing the ball. And Josh Boyer's like, nah. And
they should have caught the ball, too, in the last drive in that fourth down. It was a great throw by Fields. X got beat on the route by St. Brown and it just went right through the hands. I don't know. I don't know what's going up.
It's a little
tough,
going
on with him. It is tough. He's having a tough year. I hope he figures it out.
Cap for life. What is good, boss man?
I still think he's got it in him. Obviously, we all know he has it in him. But it's been a pretty shaky start.
Dude, the 3-foot rule, man.
3-foot rule.
You know, that table is ordinarily would be put over here, but then I feel like I'll lose my decor, man. And then this mic, I don't know how powerful it is. So, Cap, if you want to tell me how good we're sounding, how far we can get, I can get even.
We can test it out.
I can stay freaking far away from this.
Violent.
Oh, thanks for tuning in, though, boss.
Yeah.
I think, though, Miami Breaker, was our defense that bad or Fields that good? Definitely a mix of both. Like, I think Fields was running very well. But I definitely at times like our the middle level of our defense could not tackle at all. Like they would get a hand on him. Like the play where Phillips was there and then Ingram was there and then like it was everyone was just a.
I mean, yes, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And I will say the thing that worries me is that it's now been like you say it hasn't happened a lot, but to me it's happened a couple times that have been very noticeable. All game last game, against the Bears, all game like defense didn't really have an answer. Last week against the Lions, although we fixed it in the second half and like shut them out in the second half, you can't. They went 5 drives and scored 5 times. That can't happen. And we saw it happen in Baltimore in the second week of the season. Baltimore scored 30 points in the first half or something, and we needed a miraculous fourth quarter comeback. Like we can't keep getting ourselves in those situations. And while it's been okay because the offense is insane, something's got to change, right?
Something
got to figure it out. Hopefully, I'm a little worried about our pass rush. I'm hoping Bradley Chubb comes through now. It's been a little non-existent the past couple of weeks. Not really a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks. Not a lot of sacks. I think if we can get more pressure consistently and Chubb can do that, I think that might start a little ripple effect.
Yeah, man. Like I hope like that one little piece that'll allow the floodgates to open up. Like when Melvin Ingram got that sack on Fields, I thought, oh snap, here's the time where the Dolphins were going to turn it around and just unleash the hammer, pass rush.
No.
And no, that was, I think it was just the Melvin Ingram sack. Like
that was the only sack of the game, right?
It was the first, I think it was the last sack of the game. So at that point, what I wanted to see from the Dolphins defense is I want Chubb to a little activate a bit. You know, we are playing the Browns, we're playing Jacoby Brissett. Hoping we get a little loud, we get the pass rush.
Who we got next?
Oh yeah, like as much as I want to see us get a little exotic with it, a little crazy, and get some blitzes in, I also don't know, bro, if like we have the secondary capability for that. And at some point, we should have the talent to be able to rush with 4. Like if we have Bradley Chubb, Christian Wilkins, Melvin Ingram, or Jalen Phillips, and then you have Zach Sealer or Raekwon Davis. Like, come on. Like, that's a monster front 4. You should be able to generate some
pressure, right?
And
like they're all good. Like you should, and we have generated pressure. Like last year, we
generated pressure this game. We were top in pressure or whatever, but it means nothing. It means nothing.
Yeah,
pressure means
nothing. Clearly, it didn't work because Justin Fields just ran away from the pressure.
even with the mobile quarterback, especially, it doesn't really work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you pressure a mobile quarterback, it's almost like, okay, you pressure him. Now he's going to run.
It was also, I watched the highlights back today. That last bomb to Claypool was definitely pass interference on Keon Crossan. But that's okay.
Boss man,
We'll take
Batman.
it. Yeah,
Boss man,
we'll take a good
calling.
call. Fins up is right. Either way, we are 6-3. We're looking good. The offense is crazy. Tyreek Hill is a monster. He's actually incredible to watch sometimes.
Another he's might be the best athlete in the world.
He's crazy. Always open.
Did you
Always reliable hands. Surprisingly reliable hands. You know what I mean?
He's so fast.
Always open. Always fast. And he always catches the ball.
Like his balance is amazing. Like he jumps in the air, grabs the ball, he'll get hit, and he'll just land so gracefully. I would be broken. I'd be broken if I was getting hit like that and then landing on the ground.
And you know what's crazy about him? No,
You see his backflip?
Oh, he was sick. Yeah. Perfect execution. I'm talking 10 on the fly. Perfect execution.
Put this man in the Olympics.
Yeah. He got the height. He got the full wraparound extension. Yeah. I mean, that was looking good. Okay, ready? Transition time. Into another ballin' real fast.
Ooh.
The entire AFC East.
We really are, bro.
Bills, Dolphins, and Jets. And while I hate them,
all 6 wins.
Obviously, and I don't hope they have the success, it's been some good football in the AFC East. And I guess as a fan of football, that's all you can ask for. That's like how many 6? Yeah, 3 teams with 6 wins through 9 games. I think it's
and the Patriots are right behind with 5-4. Like it's not
5-4.
Yeah, like it's not like we're really too.
Everybody's got a winning record.
It is the AFC beast, and for a long time, like they would joke about the NFC beast coming back, and it really has this season.
They also have, shout out to the NFC East also. Your ball is
shout out to the East divisions of the NFL. We're the best. The East beast right here.
Yeah.
Like I'll clap you up for that one. We're a good one, man. Like
shout out to the Eastern side.
Shout out to the East divisions of the NFL, the real divisions in the NFL, led by, of course, Colin the 305 Cheetah. But in general, it's insane to see how competitive. I've wanted to see the Dolphins come up and be like, the Bills, your time to reign was short-lived, and we'll come up and at the very least, us two battle it out. And then the freaking Jets decided to speed up their process. Kudos to them. It does bring good football, though.
I keep thinking it's fake. I keep thinking that the Jets are not for real.
Oh, I don't think they really. Zach Wilson's going to shoot them in the ass.
I don't trust Zach Wilson. I think it does say something about Salah. I think Sauce Gardner is fully legit. He's always been legit in college, NFL. He's never really backed down. But yeah, I don't believe in Zach Wilson yet. Got to see more, but yeah, good football, and hopefully it's the Dolphins that come out on top.
Josh Allen's being looked into for that little UCL injury,
He had an injury?
Yeah, he's a little banged up right now. If he goes down for 4 weeks, if he goes, they're saying that's what happened. He was playing through an injury. If he goes down for 4 weeks.
4 weeks, that's what they're saying?
That's the estimated recovery time for that injury. That's not what Josh Allen was given. But
that would be bad for Buffalo. Bad.
I mean, hey. Any Buffalo Billy boys watching this,
Who's their backup?
I don't care. I think it's Matt Barkley.
Oh, it is Matt Barkley, I think. Still?
Whoosh, my phone's up there. That's on the webcam.
I think either way, it's not Josh Allen.
Case Keenum, maybe?
On the Bills? Either way, it's not Josh Allen.
Yeah,
Matt Barkley
and Case Keenum are the 2 guys I'm getting on the interwebs, guys. Someone can correct me on that. But my interns are not working today. At the end of the day, though, they can go screw themselves because the Buffalo Bills told me it was no excuse when we lost Tua and we had to go play out there with Skylar Thompson and Teddy Bridgewater. We dropped 3 games. If the Buffalo Bills can be competent and get a game or 2, it'll be scary. But if not,
I'm sure they can. I think the Bills have a good enough team. I don't know their schedule.
What run game do they have to lean on? Naeem Hines?
Yeah, bro. Who do they have? Zach Moss and Devin
they traded
Zach Moss. Singletary.
Devin Singletary, James Cook, Naeem Hines. The greatest backfield of all time.
They never had a good running game though.
I mean, now it's gonna be sorely exposed.
But yes, I don't know who their
What I'm
schedule
saying
is, but you're right. It opens
it's
things
in our
up.
hands, baby.
Opens things up. Dolphins still have a couple winnable games in the next 3-4 games. Should all be fairly winnable. So if the Bills have some struggles, you never know. We continue to win when Tua plays, and that's what matters.
Tua or Tyreek MVP.
Oh, that's close.
I mean,
Probably Tyreek.
If Tyreek goes over 2,000 and
If
or
he goes
Tua not
over
losing a
2,000, if he goes over if he goes over 2,000,
what if Hill goes
I
over
think-
2,000 and we win out the season?
I think he gets MVP.
But this would mean if we win out the season, Tua doesn't lose a single game.
Maybe because he's a quarterback, then he would win MVP. But I think that would be a pretty strong wide receiver case to win the MVP, and that's like not very common. But if you're like that consistently above everybody else in the league, every game you're getting 150 yards, I think that's MVP worthy.
You get offensive player of the year
At least,
at least. And then you
maybe they'd split them.
And then you give MVP to Tua just because it's a quarterback award mainly. But this isn't this wild scenario where if Tyreek goes over 2,000 and we win out, that means we're finishing 14-3.
I think I'd be like frozen. Like, I wouldn't know how to act if we were 14-3.
Dude,
I would not know how to
I
feel.
would wear a wingsuit on the last game of the season, week 18, and fly onto the field, bro. I'm just like celebrating with the fans of the team.
I would not know what to do with
I would actually crash because I would have the wingsuit and then I would lift my hand to like fist bump, and then that means I would just crash immediately into the ground.
A rough landing.
Yeah. Oh, talking about rough landing from the 300s from my nosebleeds, bro.
Hey, but if you can reach the field, maybe the grass.
Please.
yeah. It'll brace the impact a little bit. Okay, but we were talking about Josh Allen. I just got to give him a quick fantasy shout out. He did not have his best game.
Are we wrapping up on Dolphins talk?
I think we should wrap up on Dolphins talk.
Back to the normal banner.
Yeah. We got a couple of things.
Don't worry, we'll keep Waddle down there.
We keep Waddle. Waddle can stay. We're good fans of Jalen Waddle. But moving on, Josh Allen. The definition of hopefully he's not out for my fantasy team, Jake. But the definition of reliability as the number one of a position, right? He clearly did not have his best game and still got 24 points.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It just makes me feel so comfortable knowing that I'm guaranteed 25 points out of my quarterback. Leaves me in a nice spot, and I will be very scared if he's not on my team. I need to keep winning.
Yeah, no.
It's got a turnaround.
In terms of fantasy, like I do think maybe the Bills might be good enough in the real world to win some games out, but I don't know if Matt Barkley or Case Keenum goes in there. That offense takes a massive dip in terms of fantasy terms.
I just traded for Gabe Davis.
I have Gabe Davis in every league, so that would suck. But no, like it does beg the question, like, how do you replace that? The quarterback position in fantasy this year has not been too pretty. At this point, Jared Goff and Geno Smith, your only two really streaming options, are probably on a team.
I mean,
Tua,
a great option now.
I think he's owned in most leagues, unless you're playing with idiots.
He is
honestly,
he's owned in most leagues. But I'd say in a majority
it's a little
leagues,
skewed for us though. Yeah, we're Dolphins
in a lot of leagues. He's probably have him as a backup.
Yeah, if you can make a trade for Tua,
that I was thinking the same thing as like a second player in a trade. Because usually, if somebody has Tua as their backup, I'd really target that. Because then they don't really have any emotion towards their backup QB,
especially if their bye week is passed for the starter. Like, it should be good.
You can just add him as a piece of a trade, like a back end piece, and that could be a nice little steal.
Yeah. The Bills are afraid of the sun, though. Never ever forget that. Never forget that. That's still an excuse.
There's no sun in Buffalo, anyways. So.
Yeah, those ugly fucking schmucks.
There we go. Okay. No. Not even gonna talk. I had a fall-in, an interesting fall-in that I forgot to bring up.
Talk your talk.
Last night's game. We can talk this because this has fantasy implications too.
Oh, okay. I'll keep the banner then.
Like a couple fantasy implications. But last night's game, Sunday night game, Titans Chiefs, very interesting game. Obviously went to overtime. Chiefs won.
Malik.
They had Chiefs are like double plays, whatever. That's Malik Willis, and this it really hurt me because there were 2 times where it was like, okay, you have 3 minutes in a tie game in Kansas City, go win, right? Like, let's see what you can do. 3 minutes, playbook is open. Let's see what you got. 3 and out, didn't gain a single yard, wasted about 15 seconds off the clock. Maybe 30, 40 seconds. Then they get the ball back, right? Chiefs score 35 seconds. Unlikely, but like still a chance. They had a timeout. Still a chance to maybe get a couple deep passes, chunk plays, and maybe have a deep field with a chance to tie it. He went backwards 20 yards. He just held on to the ball for 10 seconds at a time and then made a bad decision. And on 4th and 26, he threw the ball 8 yards down the field. I think the pressure might have got to him. The moment might have been a little too. It looked like the moment was too big, and he really looked like a rookie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt bad. Like it was rough.
It was very tough for him, bro. Like at the end of the day, like I was kicking my head. I was like, damn, I should have picked up Malik Willis right before
It's not started
right
I
before.
don't think.
And it's in a dynasty football league. So
Dynasty, okay.
Yeah. So the only reason he's available is because it's like a 10-man with IDP. So, you know, pretty big rosters. So I was like, dang, Malik, maybe he's going to do well. And he did decent in terms of real football, but in terms of fantasy football, no, sir, can't do. No, can't do little baby doll.
2 passing yards in the second half.
But Spencer, we have the same amount of catches as tight ends receivers did last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know about you, but I was nowhere near Kansas City last night.
Good game though.
Good game.
Defense, no. Titans defense.
Like honestly, it was a long day for me yesterday. You know, like we had the golf, we had the Dolphins, and then I did work, and then I did win. We won, bro.
We won.
Flock, if you're still in here, we won. Obviously, okay. Spencer and Michael lost.
We won.
Okay, guys. If anything, we tied, but I'm the worst golf player on the team. So then the spread dictates that you guys lost for tying with me.
No, see, we won. You guys covered. That's
you tied.
Happened.
We covered.
That's not even true.
Anyways,
back to football.
Like, I don't even know who we were talking.
Malik Willis.
This kid, bro, like he doesn't throw to receivers. He's still too raw. Like any talk of him replacing Tannehill is clearly not true. Like for any limitations that Tannehill has, at least he is an NFL-ready quarterback.
I wanted him to do well.
I was rooting for
Malik,
bro.
The moment was there for him. Maybe twice.
I knew he was gonna fail when they go, and they're just like, and. You know, so many times you want to see whether a player has it or not. You know,
Chris Collinsworth all over the place.
He was like, and now in this moment with 2 minutes, you get to see what Malik Willis can do. And I was like, damn you, Chris Collinsworth, you just shot this kid in the foot, bro.
He said the same thing with 35 seconds. Like now, even more than the last time. 35 seconds. I want to see what this kid can do. It's like, let's see what you got. Show me if you deserve to be here.
Chris was
always a classic.
Dicking this kid, bro. And it was just so painful to see, man. Like
it was bad though.
It was bad.
It was like it looked very bad.
Like at the end of the day, there's the time they're so lucky to have Derrick Henry. And that's why I think like the Bills might struggle. They don't have a Derrick Henry kind of engine to take over when you have a shot at quarterback.
Stephon Diggs at least he'll get open.
Who's gonna throw to him?
You know, Matt Barkley, he's capable of throwing the football, maybe.
Minnesota vibes for Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, exactly. Minnesota. Shout out Minnesota. You guys are balling.
Kirk Duggins.
Okay. Since the fantasy, you saw that video. You saw he broke the huddle with the "you like that." That's how he broke the huddle in the locker room, which I think is like kind of baller and also like the biggest douche move at the same time. To use your own catchphrase to break the huddle, you know what I mean?
Dude, he's got to
like that.
If you're Kirk Cousins, you got to inspire the boys somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not exactly the picture of intimidation, the picture of coolness. Although he is jacked, I will give him that. Ian Baller, thanks for tuning in, boss man. I blame the entire NFL for hyping up Malik Willis. I knew a mile away he wasn't ready to play as a rookie. honestly, man, NFL media. No, I agree. I knew what you were saying, bro. Yeah, the NFL media loves to hype up guys. They were doing it. They were doing it last night. They're like, and look, it's the third quarterback taken in the draft class. And I was like, no, you're supposed to say it's a third round QB who was asked to sit and develop, and now he's being forced to play. Not you're making it apply like he's this highly touted player. And you're right. It was like, I think Malik Willis, for what he is, played great last night. It's just not good. But like he's more to develop. It's not his fault.
Yeah,
he wasn't ready. You're right.
Yes, he'll get better. And that's the thing.
That's not his ceiling.
Malik Willis is bad.
Yeah, that's not his ceiling at all.
Yeah, it just looked like he wasn't ready for that moment yet.
Sunday night in Arrowhead versus Patrick Mahomes.
Against Patrick Mahomes. You're right. It's a big moment for a rookie. Especially a rookie as raw as like somebody who you knew was raw and you knew was going to take some time to develop. And just that's okay. He'll have the opportunity to come back from it. But yeah, the moment I think was a little too big for him last night.
Oh yeah, anyone who's saying Malik Willis is not the guy, like bro, they went to
could be.
He went to overtime like with the Chiefs. It wasn't on the back of him.
It wasn't on the back of it. But the passing game was like pretty non-existent.
He ran when he needed to.
But he will have a chance to develop. Regardless, he'll have a chance. That was not like the end of Malik Willis.
Yeah.
But it was just interesting to see, like, rarely do you see those moments.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like he just came out of Liberty. Like he was drafted off the strengths of his potential, those intangibles, the big body, the bigger arm, like the mobility. I mean, he's only 6'3" or something, but like it's that athleticism that what Malik Willis could be, not what Malik Willis is right now, because it's like at Liberty, he was showing us like,
and that's fair. Teams do that. That's the point of a developmental.
That's you get in the third round,
and that's why they have Tannehill, exactly, because Tannehill's still got enough time
to a casual fan. You hear like to a casual person listening and watching on Sunday Night Football, you hear, oh, third drafted quarterback in the class, got to be a first rounder or some cheese, without explaining this is one of the worst quarterback classes we've seen in recent history. So like. It's tough for Malik. I'm rooting for the kid. Like I think he's got some future.
He definitely has a future. I think he just he'll figure it out. Hopefully he'll figure it out. I can't say that. But he'll at least have the chance to do so.
Yeah, bro.
Bigger.
People definitely wanted Baker and Malik over Tua, which is an absolutely wild statement. I always liked Baker Mayfield. I didn't think he was going to be this shoddy, but Malik over Tua is abysmal, bro.
Yeah, what happened? I thought
Baker came back.
But I thought the Panthers were gonna be like, okay. Man, they're bad. Baker did nothing did not make them better at all.
Nope. Then they put the PJ Walker experiment in, and then they said this isn't working either, and they put Baker back out there, and still
nothing works.
He didn't learn his lesson, so it's
I don't know. It's a pretty bad situation down there in Carolina.
But to say Baker over Malik at any point within the last 5 years is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Baker or Malik over Tua, that's
no way.
PD. Oh, PD.
All right. Now week's not over. We got one more game left. Let's talk a little bit Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with the Monday night.
Yeah, Saints versus Ravens. Ravens pretty banged up, right? Mark Andrews is not playing today.
No can-do's, little baby doll.
Rashad Bateman was just ruled out for the season on injured reserve. Put him on injured reserve.
And the only receiver play they made was Deshaun Jackson?
Devin Duvernay, baby.
No. I'm saying like before they didn't trade for anyone. They just like
they didn't trade for anyone.
They called D-Jax off the street and were like, "Yo."
Did they call him?
I think he's
on the Ravens.
Yeah, he's on the Ravens now. You didn't see him on the sideline? He was hyping the boys up last.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that.
But like,
I didn't know
Deshaun Jackson's like that's. I'm about to say that's your wide receiver one for the Baltimore Ravens right now because Devin Duvernay is supposed to be
Devin Duvernay. I think he's gonna be the wide receiver.
He's
been playing the past couple of weeks, getting a lot of receiver targets. A lot of targets.
No bueno, bro. No bueno.
Nah,
bueno.
I know some people that are starting Devin Duvernay in fantasy.
I'm sorry for the people you know.
It happens. I'm telling you, Devin Duvernay, and he'll at least get some targets just by sheer lack of other options. With Mark Andrews out, Isaiah Likely.
They do likely
have a big game.
It is likely that Isaiah Likely will have a massive game. A lot of
catches for Kenyon Drake out of the backfield.
Because J.K. Dobbins is out.
And Gus Edwards is out.
Oh, my God. That's what I was actually trying to talk about. And I said J.K. out of my brain. Gotcha. But I forgot. Like
J.K. Dobbins is out also.
Gus is the one that acts like that's a tough.
I need him,
bro.
I have him in fantasy.
So you got Kenyon?
I have Kenyon Drake, and he's the last player, and it's looking pretty good. The other guy has the Baltimore defense and Isaiah Likely.
I'm telling you, bro, it's likely
It's a
Isaiah
close
Likely
game.
has a big game, man.
Well,
Like,
don't say that.
like they
He
like
probably
him.
will, but don't say
They
that.
like him in Baltimore, bro. My buddy, shout out Adam Kisel, bro. Yo, like he knows that the Likely man is the truth, bro. He's owned
he
him.
knows.
He owned him.
Adam knows that it's the truth.
Adam knows, bro. But
How do you think the game plays out?
Lamar Jackson has teetered off as of late. He started off really hot, and then it's been a little bit up and down since then. I think that this is a type of game where Lamar goes, it's Monday night. It's me versus Andy frickin' Dalton. Like, legacy, not on the line, but this is
not on the line.
This
No
is the
way.
types of game that impact your legacy. Like, it's like it's prime time, bro. Like, you're always gonna look. It's gonna be part of your prime time statistics. They're gonna look back and say, "Who did he lose to? Andy Dalton." Like, they're not. Nobody's gonna look. The Rashad Bateman guy. Like they're not gonna look that deep into it.
Hey,
You're just gonna see.
Don't talk about the red rifle like that, bro.
Are you serious, Spencer?
Give him some respect.
The red.
Watch
rifle.
him ball out. Red rifle tonight,
dude. I think Andy Dalton's most memorable highlight in his career was when he had like a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. Like, that's when I think of Andy Dalton, I think of him in a Buffalo
Wild Wings.
Yeah, like, I don't think Bengals football. Like,
okay,
like it's. I think of him not winning a playoff game with that Muppet-looking Marvin Lewis, man.
This is my prediction. I think it's going to be a flip-flop of how the Ravens season or how their games usually go. Usually they're in control, and then for some reason it like blows up in the fourth quarter, and they either get in like a very close game or they blow the game. It's happened at least 3 or 4 times. I think Red Rifle comes out hot. I think he comes out shooting. I think the Saints get up to a lead, maybe 28-14, right? Maybe 21-7. I think the Saints get up to a big lead. And I think it fizzles out in the second half. Ravens come back. Lamar leads a couple quick touchdown drives, and they win by 7.
Wait, what's the score?
24 to what's 7 less than 24? 17.
Oh, I could definitely see that happening, bro. It's interesting.
Oh, no, I said 21-7. You're right. Saints have to have at least 21 points. So maybe 28-24 Ravens. 28-24. See, they're going to come back, have a strong second half. They're going to go into halftime 21-14 after a last 2-minute touchdowns by the Ravens. Okay, 21-14 at the half, and the Ravens are just going to score 2 touchdowns in the second half. It's going to happen.
28-24?
Yeah,
I've got a bit of an uglier game, bro. I've got a little 23-20. Like, it's Monday night is very hit.
What did you say, 23-20?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, Ravines.
Oh, the Ravens. Okay, so we're both on the Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravinos. You know, I'm not riding the Red Rifle. It's never happening.
Red Rifle.
At the end of the day, I do think this is a game where Lamar gets a little bit back on track. I do think they're going to be down at half and they're going to come storming back. Lamar Jackson is not really a player who needs crazy weapons. I think he's a kind of guy who, as long as he can run, he can create. And Monday night is a little weird.
He's good, man. He's good. He needs to get paid. I don't know what's going to happen with that whole situation. And if the Ravens don't pay him, I don't know why they wouldn't pay him.
Buku money for Lamar Jackson.
He needs big money, right?
All the money.
Yeah, he needs all the money. All the money. Why would you not give him all of the money?
If you let him leave Baltimore, you're ridiculous, bro.
You're ridiculous.
I think the Ravens win 23-20, and we'll see an interesting Monday night game is what I'm going to go with. Not good, not bad. Interesting.
Okay, I like that.
Oh.
And with that, enjoy the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. The end of the football week, the Dolphins won. It was a great week of football. We had a great time doing this live with you all. Thanks for tuning in. Follow, like, comment, subscribe at the Fumblebrewski.
Boom. It's been a while since we had
Thanksgiving. We can do maybe another episode.
That Thanksgiving will be the next in-person episode. We'll do it a little longer. Hopefully reach the hour mark.
Yeah. We'll do a full hour. Join Thanksgiving special. Come on.
Ooh, Thanksgiving special. Turkey. Oh, let's ride, brother. Thank you for the beer, man. I hope you stay safe in New York. We'll have the table out next time.
We'll get the table out. Yeah.
Boom. And we'll have a good time, guys. But all in all, thank you for tuning in, guys. Like Spencer said, like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next time for the Fumblebrewski.
See ya.
Fins up, Adam. Yeah. Definitely check out the episode, bro. It's a good one, man.